Welcome to Tap Vapes, and got something special for you today. Something I've been seeing a lot of and a lot of controversy over, and that we'll just cut to this. I'm tired of the long videos and me trying to explain too much because people ain't trying to watch the long videos. So we're going to cut this really short. I'm going to show you how to do this, and we're going to end it. But I am going to tell you a few things. So the review we're having today is none other than the Profile Unity RTA Mesh, Next Mesh. Let's get to zoom in again. I actually got a new camera thing, so I can actually get you guys down close to see how I wick it. I've perfected the wicking because people keep coming in and getting dry hits and stuff like that. So I kind of came up with a really neat idea with Firebolt cotton that works perfectly with this. And I also got a bunch of these Next Mesh. It's just extra of the 0.13 meshes in it. It was $4 for 10 of them. They gave me everything half price. They get 50% off that shop. You know what I mean? So I'm sponsored by them. So yeah, I got this. I don't like how the gunmetal comes with the black drip tip, but the black comes with this lava looking drip tip, and it doesn't match. So the mod I bought today to match it, and it's not a very common mod, but it's the smallest 21700 mod out there right now. Like, you see the whole box fits in my fingers like this, like literally. The mod is like this big. I mean, it's the smallest, and it's got the Omni chip in it. It's got like all these different modes. I'll get into that in a minute. We're not opening this yet. Let's go ahead and get our letter opener here. And hi-ya! Ow! Oh, it's really just cutting me. All right, so let's cut this bad boy open. We don't want to mess nothing up, so let's just get it open. We're going to bring this camera down, then I'm going to switch it to the other stand. I didn't buy the snake stand today because they wanted an extra $80 for it, and I just got this one for $4.88. It doesn't hold the camera very well, but it'll hold it good enough to where I can show you how to wick it properly and avoid the dry hitting and get the best out of it. So there it is out of the wrapper. Let's get it zoomed in. Then I will get the other camera. It'll be a little bit shaky. I'll probably cut that out if I have time. Sorry that my videos have been so long. It's just I try to cram as much in there as I can because I'm going towards the beginners at first, but now I'm just kind of going as I go. These are really popular right now. I'm just tired of buying coils. I have like 10 Falcon tanks. I'm always buying M1 coils. The coils aren't always accurate. Don't get me wrong, the Falcon coils last a long, great while. Yes, this is regular cotton. It isn't pulp and wood cotton. Maybe they might start selling that, and we could use that in these, but I don't like using the included mesh in here just because it's kind of like knotty and like twisted up mesh. So, but the Firebolt always stays fluffy and like uniform. It takes 3 pieces of Firebolt. So if you see, I went and bought an extra Firebolt and already had 1 Firebolt. So comes with 20 preloaded pieces, so you got 40 altogether. Takes 3, so you get like 13 to 15 wickings with these Firebolts, and they're only $6 a pack in any local shop. So we're gonna take this plastic off, show you what this RTA looks like. Let's get a very good close up of it. Let me get this going. I'm gonna hurry up, get this over with so you can check it out. Come on, zoom in, buddy. They want to see you. I want to show the cool little engraving they got. I tried to match my lettering on my thumbnail of it, but I couldn't find the exact. It was showing better a second ago. Let's see. Let me see if I get slow. Alright, I'll hold it back down. Right there it is. Profile RTA. Here's an extra 5 ml bubble straight glass, which is cool. It don't come with the bubble glass. I think it's neat, and it's holds 5 mls, which it kind of chugs juice a little bit, but not too bad. You can always carry around your little unicorn bottle of juice, and that's a 3.5 mil capacity. So I will be putting the extender on for the 5 mil, even though this is a very tiny mod. You know what I mean? I don't want to run out of liquid, so I can always change it. I got plenty of liquid, so let's go ahead and pop this out of here. Do that real quick. Let me go ahead and get the other camera set up. So I'm going to remove the camera from here. Let me find the little switch on the back. Okay, that should pop out of there. That's the Manfrotto stand I use. It's very, very, like, it goes up like 6 foot tall and stuff. So let me grab this, which was very cheap like this thing right here, the snake. It's for cell phones, but it does hold the camera if I unfold it. So I'm gonna unfold this, get it flat. I'm gonna get this to hold the camera. All right, we got this. So we're gonna hold it. We're gonna get it as far down as possible where I can actually get in there and work, but at the same time. So I think we're close enough now. I think you should be able to see. I'll move this knife, move this next mesh. So here's the profile, Unity, RTA. All right, we're close enough down there. So we're going to remove the bubble glass, which you want to be careful because Wotofo's packaging is very, very hard. It's like got this foam. There's the 3.5 mil glass right there. We'll set that to the side. We'll pull the RTA out and hopefully don't leave that sticky crap on there as well. No, machined very well. But one thing to note is if you can't see, this airflow control ring is a different color than the black on the bottom and the black up top. The gunmetal is kind of like not even really gunmetal. It's even worse. So that's the profile RTA. So I'm going to take this drip tip and pop that bad boy out of here. No, it doesn't take an O-ring, so I'm going to see if this one fits. I literally just had it. Don't know what I did with it. Oh, Lord, please don't tell me I lost it. That's one of my favorite drip tips. One moment, please. All right, lift this up. One thing you'll need is a coil master and coiling tools. I just had the... Oh, here's the drip tip. See if this fits on here. No, it doesn't fit. Let's see. Maybe because it has an O-ring on it. I'm trying to see. It's press fit. It doesn't have an O-ring in there, but it should fit. Any 810 should fit. Oh yeah, it fits fine. So now I got that drip tip on there. It looks a lot better with the black. Yeah, it's got a little white on it, but it's mostly black. So I'm gonna put this red one right back in here. So we're gonna pull this up, get this jiggled out of here. Let me see it. Let me just turn it upside down. All right, I got it most of the way out. Wotofo's packaging is very appealing and very nice, but they just overdo it. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously, we don't need all this crap. Like, yeah, thank you for shipping stuff in great condition, and I really don't have ever had any problems or anything like that. But it's just such a pain in the butt, especially if we're doing a video. I want to do an unboxing, and I'm thinking I'm going to do a few giveaways on this profile Unity. Just depends on what color. All right, so what you're going to receive inside is the drip tip it comes with. Does not come with an extra drip tip, so know that offhand. All right, in here we have our Phillips head screwdriver. Right here, Phillips head screwdriver. And then we have the coiling tool. It's right here. You're going to be wrapping your coil around this rod right here, the big end of the rod, not the small rod. That's for your, I don't even know what that's even for. So I haven't found the use for it yet. But let's go ahead and pop that open, dump it out. That's the coiling tool. It's very tiny. It's a lot smaller than it looks in most videos. Let's see if we get the zoom in. But I want to get this wicking and show you because I've had plenty of people come in with problems wicking, and I just don't understand. Here's the cotton included. If you can't tell, that shoelace has double ends, and if you feel it, it's like rock solid. It's not fluffy at all. It's got a lot of knots in it. Like, I don't recommend using this cotton. I've used it. A lot of people I first that would buy the kit, I would use it because I didn't have a lot of firebolt just to give away. But as people were coming in, I just started keeping fire bolts open, and yeah. So I'm gonna put that cotton to the side. Then we have right here in this bag here, we're gonna have our chimney adapter, which is very small. It's smaller than it looks right here. We have an extra spring. That's for your ceramic spring-loaded thing. Cotton. It holds your cotton up against your mesh coil. It comes with 2 extra springs to replace those. 2 extra grub screws, which are also flathead / Phillips head. So depends on what you want to use. Plus the extra O-ring. So everything you pretty much need there. So we're going to set that to the side. We don't need that right now, but I will need the chimney part out of there. Here's your profile Unity manual. If you don't know, and if you don't watch this whole video, the wicking on here, pay attention to this part in here. It's right there. It is. It tells you specifically. Let's get that zoomed in. When you put the cotton through, cut it at a 45-degree angle. and it should look like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do that. But also a couple tips to it too. That's a little bit better than the way they just explain it, and the people that do it in like 2 minutes on live stream. So right here we have our mesh strips. These are the ones that come with the 0.13 OFRF mesh strips. They're a lot tiny. Look at my thumbnail. They are so tiny. You would not think they're, but look how fine that mesh is. Like, it looks literally like a solid piece of steel. Like, it's the finest mesh I've ever seen in my life. Now, yes, I was going to, sorry, the camera's moving. I keep hitting it. Sorry, let me get it steady. I did get rid of a lot of Kylan M things, but I feel it's just like yes, they come with 2 different options, a higher ohm mesh coil, but this is designed so well, and it's the first of its kind, and the mesh it comes with is just perfect. But I'm not going to use that mesh. I'm going to open up the box. I'm going to keep this one here because it's already, well, I'll use this one actually. I'm going to pop this open. You don't want to bend the mesh, so make sure you're not bending the mesh when you're opening this. So we're going to take one mesh strip out. We're going to dump it out very carefully. All right, one fell out, so we're going to get this back in here. Get the other one back in there. Make sure it's sitting down in there evenly. And then we'll get started. So we're going to take the tank apart. We're going to set that to the side. Set all this up to the side. 5 mm glass. We're going to take this tank apart. All right, so for the top cap, for the bottom part, you're going to pull. Here, let me do it off camera so you can see. Well, it's kind of easier just to do this. Just kind of, it's a really good threading. I don't remember who it was that said it had like awful threading, but it's got the smooth O-ring type threading. So get this open up here. I'm gonna try to get as much, and then just pull down on the deck. If you look in here, I don't know if you can see that. See that nice? Let me shine a light in here. I got a flashlight. Let me set that down. I use my phone as a flashlight, but I want to show you. I do have extra lighting in here, umbrella lighting to bring you guys better content. But if you look in there, that nice thick walls, really nice thick walls, and the conical design. You can see that conical design there. It's a perfect cone, and that attributes to the awesome, great flavor. I would say it's better flavor than a Falcon. Yes, you can consider it slightly a sub-ohm tank, but it's really not. It's to avoid to have to keep buying over and over again extra whatchamacallit. Here to pull the cap off, you just push down and then turn to the right one little bit and your lid's on. If you want to take it off, you twist it so it clicks, and you just pull straight up like this. Well, I didn't do it. You pull up like that, so you gotta, it'll just go like that. So yeah, so we are going to unscrew this, unscrew the main part. I keep unscrewing the cap. That's the tough part about this. It's on the airflow control ring. All right, let me take that off and see if I can get a grip on it. Let me pop this. Let me see if I can get it. This is always the hardest part. The airflow control ring comes off. I do know that. Let me see if I can get this like this. This is always the hardest part right here. I look so stupid right now trying to get this retarded thing apart. It's very hard to do when you first get it because it's not lubed up at all. Because we're going to change that chimney. So I'm trying to, let me get something to grip it with. I had some goggles in here. I can do it with, maybe I can do it with a paper towel. I keep much paper towels in here. So let's see. I don't know if I'm actually getting it. Nope, no sorry. I don't know how I'm going to get this apart. It's very hard to get apart. Let's see. Which part should I take off? Okay, so let me get my, let me try to get this turned. This is the hardest part. Like when you first get it, it's the hardest part. It's like when you look at it, it's like very, very difficult to figure out how to take apart. So I'm going to take my Coil Master kit here and grab my, I'll grab a screwdriver. Or now I'll grab my coiling tools. The smallest one we have. Oh, I know what that's for. Never mind, we use that. Don't need my Coil Master kit yet. Alright, we'll use this right here. Alright, come on, bad boy. Oh, I bent the screwdriver a little bit. I just scratched it a little bit. No, I didn't. Alright, let's see this right here. Alright, so the channel's right there. And now it's got white stuff all down there. Now I gotta get that off there. I gotta get some rubber gloves. Be right back. I'll edit this out. It looks, I look retarded right now. I'm trying to find these goggles. Don't know what I did with them at all. Have them, don't know where they are. Have them, don't know where they are. Man, I had them in here. What did I do with them? Well, they're obviously not where I put them. I'm about to throw them down here. I'm just going to do the best I can with my hand, of course. I hate doing this. Yes, I totally just broke the glass. Look at that. Glass broke. Guess why the mail's on getting. That should not have happened. I was just doing this. Twisting it and the glass broke. So we're going to go ahead and get that the rest of the way. Broken off. I don't want to shatter glass on my table. That should not have happened. They had it way too tight. Here, I'll get it in the paper towel. That really makes me mad. Comes with extra glass for what reason? Because you're going to keep breaking that. That's the third time that's happened to me. So I can say that's a bad thing. And it's so hard to break. I don't get it. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. That's the worst thing you want to do is get broken glass everywhere. Now I can pry it off. Oh, I didn't cut myself. Alright, now I gotta get this paper towels in the trash. I don't want broken glass everywhere. That glass was weak. Alright, I got crumbly glass everywhere, so I gotta get a brush. Let's use this. I don't want no glass particles anywhere near this. You don't want to be inhaling glass. Didn't want to have to break the glass, but it literally would not come apart, and I was just twisting on it. I wasn't even squeezing it. So I will be using the plasma melt glass, but I'm going to be very, very careful with it. Yeah, I think I got it all. I think there's some in my hand. Yeah, right there. That glass, when it breaks, it ain't cool. So, how are we supposed to even get that off there? Let me get this in here. There, that's all I needed to do, because there wasn't nothing to grab onto here. Alright, we're going to take that off. We are going to get into this baggie here. We are going to rip it open. Don't lose any of the springs. So I don't want to make too much of a mess, but I need that adapter. And it just so happens the spring is caught in there. Good thing it comes with extra springs, but it only comes with one extra glass, and it's very thin glass, so that was not supposed to happen. Like, that's the third time I've seen that happen, or heard of it happening. Not to me personally, but that was together too tight, I will tell you that. So you take this little chimney cap here, and you're going to thread it in here. Back thread a little bit, because the threads on this are a little small. So you want to back thread until it clicks in. You got to get it not in an angle. Alright, what are you doing, simpleton? Oh, the O-ring's pushed way up. Ain't that something? So we need to push. Alright, got it on now. Let me get this tightened down a little bit with my shirt. Alright, so now we got the build deck. So we're going to take my coil, my ohm reader, and we're just going to do this very quickly. Like, beware when you're taking this apart. Like, the 3.5 ml glass is, like, out the window now. Like, I'm going to have to buy another. Or I'm going to do giveaways anyway. So if you notice, this isn't as big as it looks as they show it on. So you want to take your little screwdriver. This is the first. This is what you want to do. Before you do anything, take your screwdriver right here. Let me get that to stop wobbling. It should be focused. All right, we get that to stop wobbling. I'm gonna quit moving so much. All right, you're gonna put this in there, and I'm gonna use my other Phillips. That comes with my Coil Master kit. Okay, can't believe I broke that glass. All right, so put this in there. That is in there tight. Alright, let's get a flathead in here. Sorry for the mess, guys. It's got everything everywhere. It's supposed to be simple, and then this bull crap happens. Might have to get a different flathead. This one ain't really working. Alright, let me get the Phillips. It shouldn't be that difficult. It is not coming loose. Like, what did they do to this? Like, over tighten everything? It's stripping, literally. Like, the screwdrivers aren't big enough for that. Like, let me see if the other one comes out. And this one's coming out. This one's coming out perfectly fine. That's the other one that's really, really dodgy. Let me angle it down. Yeah, I got it. Alright, you want to be careful when you're backing these out. You see these little spots? Back it out just enough where you have two little slits like that. You barely want to unscrew them. You get those out, they're a bitch to get back in. So you see this gap here, right here, and right here. Like, make sure it's even. So, like, pull it out like that. And then you're going to take your mesh. Don't fray or nothing. It feels pretty thick. Like, once you feel it, it feels very hard. So you're going to take your little next mesh piece. You're going to grab your coiling tool. I guess you're going to find it right here. And you're going to take it, you're going to look at it, and you're going to see which side. They're both sides are going to kind of look the same, but you'll know which side to do. So you take it, hold both fingers like that, like so. Hold both fingers like this. Push, bend it around, and then bring your fingers all the way to the back, like so. Hold it there for maybe 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now we're just gonna pull it off. We're not gonna apply any pressure to it. We're gonna set it right there, like so. So now we are going, now see this? This is your floating deck here. This is your, see how it's spring loaded? You can replace that spring. See how it's flopping down like so? Alright, hopefully I can get a good camera angle on here. So we're going to take this strip and we're going to set it in those slots. It's in both slots. So you want to hold it this way and make sure it's even. Like it's alright, so you want to put minimal pressure on it. Just a slight bit of pressure. I actually made it pop out. Okay, slight pressure. Then take it and tighten your Phillips head back. You don't have to do it super tight, just enough to get it tight. Then we're gonna take this side. We're gonna push the pressure down. Don't bend it. You don't want any bends in your mesh, because that'll affect the ohms bad. Let me tighten that down. All right, we got. All right, now we can tighten it more. So if we look at it, if you look at it like so, do you see that? Do you see that perfect little arch right there? Let me get that in there so you can see it. Do you see that? That's the mesh right here. That's the perfect little arch you want. Let me get it closer to the camera. It has no bends in it. It's even on both sides. So we're gonna go like this a few times, because you don't want it really stiff the first time you put cotton in it. And it actually goes down farther than it does, because you're hitting the screw. So just kind of wiggle it down a little bit. Don't hit the mesh or nothing, but get it broken in enough. So now we're gonna make sure they're both really tight, where they're not gonna come loose, which they had a little excessively tight. Let me hold that there. All right, that's good. So now we're going to take our firebolt. Let me see my open one. We have an open one. Now what you're gonna do, I've heard of some other people doing this too, but this is the way I do it and came up with. 3 pieces of cotton seems excessive, but it's really not, because it's really fluffy and really small. I mean, it's not like you would think. I mean, that's a small coil. Like, the coil is a lot smaller than you think. It's smaller than most mesh coils that you can see. Look, my glass broke, bud. On the, where's my other? There's my 5mm glass. My 3.5mm glass broke, so I gotta get another replace one of those. All right, so you're gonna take 2 pieces of cotton and hold them side by side like so, and then kind of pull them out, straighten them out like so, and put them like this. And you're gonna take one and put it underneath like so. You want 2 on top, 1 on the bottom. And the reason for that being is once you're gonna want that one underneath like this. It's gonna look like this. 2 on top, and then 1 on the bottom. And that is the one, this one here on the bottom is the one that's going to be tucked in there. But I'll get to that in a second. So we're going to hold those 2 up top, hold them side by side, and keep that one directly underneath. So there, I got it set perfectly. So now I'm going to make sure I got it perfect. This is a little difficult to do, but this is the best logical way to. Alright, I'm going to hold it like this and get this underneath. Alright, I got it. So we got the one underneath. So we're going to take it, we're going to feed it through like so. You got the 2 on top. Kind of twist it if you have to. Push down on it. And we're going to pull it through. You want it very snug. See, it's kind of, see that mesh is kind of sharp on the edge. Just want to pull it through. It's a little tough. Just keep pinching it. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep on pulling. Keep on pulling. Alright, we got enough. We got enough through there. So let me cut these. Alright, you see what I got here? So now if you look, that stuff is very in there with that wicking material is very tight up against that mesh. So I'm gonna take my Coil Master scissors, which are, make sure they're very sharp scissors. These ones, they kind of fold like so, and then you open them like so, like this. And they're very, very sharp tweezers. So you want to cut off each one of the shoelaces at the very end where about that much is left. So you don't want the actual tight piece that's in the actual... See how them two are up top and that one's at the bottom? Do you see how I got that? Like, see how it's in there? That's at the bottom. Those two are up top right here. So we're going to cut that one like so. Leave just as much on there, and then we're going to cut this one like so. Alrighty, so we have those three ends. That's what it should look like. So now, we're going to take this, and we're going to lick your finger, just like this, a little bit on each finger, and then you're going to take it, and you're going to get this, do this number here, and kind of pull it down. So now you're going to take your scissors, and where you see, like here, I'll get this out of the way, because that's kind of fuzzed up right there. Let me get that, push down to the side. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to see how that, see the bottom of the juice well right there, the outside of the thing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold it like so. You're gonna go to the actual. You kind of hold it in place. So you're gonna cut. Here, it's hard to do with this camera right there. I'm getting the best, getting to the best I can. So you're gonna hold it. .45-degree angle. Turn this side. Grab it by the mesh, and you want your scissors to be touching the bottom of the well. So that, yeah, this one looks shorter, but it's perfectly fine because you want to snip this here. But so now the trick is we're going to cut this right there. There's a lot of trimming and stuff, so let's get our cotton scissors out. You know what I forgot to do, which isn't a big deal, was burn off that metal on there, but I'll just get the juice to do it, so it's not that big a deal. It's just like using a fresh coil. You don't have to do it. I didn't want to feel like putting on a mod or hitting the fire button on this ohm reader and getting the mod out at 15 watts. So here's our coiling tweezers. You need ceramic tweezers when you're rebuilding, but we don't need them for this. So here's our cotton tweezers. They look like this. They're very, very sharp little instruments here. So what we're going to do is we are going to take that bottom piece of cotton. It's very thick. And we are going to, let me cut that a little bit more on that one. That one needs to cut a little bit more. Let me grab this. But you don't want to be hitting the mesh itself. So let me recut that again. That wasn't enough angle. Alright, there. Now we're talking. Alright, cool. So we are going to take, we can use the scissors like so, and just use the point of the scissor and take this, trim the end a little bit. You don't want that much down in there. But you do want it down in the juice well. So you do want to pack it down in there, but let me show you what to do here. And I hope you guys can understand this very well, because I perfected this to a T. Just take your tweezers, push like so, get that down in there. It doesn't matter if it's packed down in there, but as long as you can get your screwdriver, get it evened out down in there. As long as you can get your scissors in there easily like this and feel it, it's wicked very well. So. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is push down. I'm actually going to take my coil. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to take my cotton tweezers and kind of push it down like so. Then we'll give it another haircut in just a moment. Alright, you see how that's sticking out? A little thinner, wispy at the bottom, thick up top. That's how this thing, if it's thinner down, let me get that in the camera. Right here. Alright, thin down here, right here. Thin at the bottom of the juice well, thick up top. See how thick that is and how thin that is? So we're going to take it. We're going to give it another haircut right at the top on this side. Right here. This is going to be a short video because I'm so used to this. We're going to cut that off. We're going to cut that off. Just a bunch of haircuts. Like, we're going to cut that off. Just any little extra thing you can get off to to make it not as, you don't want anything like over here in this region here away from the coil. So anything that's not aligned with the coil, it's not going to wick, and you're going to get dry hits from that. So I'm just kind of getting it off there. So let me get this other side put in, so make sure it's even. Let me cut that a little even down there. Alright, we got that. So once again, I'm going to take just my scissor tip. We're going to take it and shove it down in there like so. Just the bottom one. The bottom cotton that I told you to put in. The firebolt. If you don't have firebolt, you can do basically the same thing I'm doing, but the cotton it includes is not as good as firebolt. Firebolt cotton is always fluffy. Like cotton bacon is possible, but firebolt cotton is like actually made for this. You know what I mean? Like literally, I'm so glad. So if like before, if I could put my scissors in there and they go in there easily, and there's not a lot of pressure, so you want to push that in a little bit like so, and it's in the juice well, as you can see. This one's in the juice well. They're both about the same height in there. They're both down in there pretty good. You just push them down. Alright, so that side got a haircut over there. So now we are going to haircut this over here. So we're going to cut right here. Cut right here. Cut right there. And alright, let's get this shoved in here good. Now let me use my cotton tweezers here. And then what we're going to do is push that in a little bit. That's where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be in here, but it will hang out the bottom a bit. Like you can cut that if you want, but it's not that big of a deal. That's what the wicking channel is for, is that right there. So let me get that in there. I might have to cut it a little bit actually, so let me get it out of there. Let me see my scissors. Let me see. Cutting a little bit off. I hate making such a mess. Alright, that's perfect. So we're gonna push that down. You want to push down. Oh, I mean my scissors for this. I mean, you need the scissors for this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your tweezers, your scissors, hold just one of the blades. You're going to push down, and kind of pull up. Push down, kind of pull up. Push down, kind of pull up. It's going to keep it thin at the bottom, fluffy up top. Push down, push down. And as you can see right there, it's nice and thin. It's going to wick very, 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 very well. So we're going to get this side. We're going to push down, pull up, push down, pull up, push down, and kind of push up, push down, pull up, push down, pull up. And they should be pretty much even in the juice wells. So once you get it to there, you kind of want to get these little stragglies in here and get them to where they're even, which I did a perfect wicking job on this. Just get them in there. Let's get it shoved in there. As you can see, it's perfect down in there. Alright, and it's all nice and thin down there. So we're going to get this, get it in there, get this, get it in there, get this, get it in there, get this, get it in there. I'm going to get it right in the wicking channel. You want to kind of press down a little bit to get it to the bottom of the wicking channel. So if you can see what I got going here, let me get that little excess little fuzzies off. But what I got is a beautiful wicking job. Okay. Alright, it's perfect. I'm pretty much, I gotta get a little bit more of that in there. That's the one thing about this, between this and the Colin M. Like, see what I'm doing right here? I'm just pushing it inside the wicking channel, like so. Like just like that. But it's still nice and thin where you can feel right there. You want the wick good. You don't want very, you don't want this to be very tight right here. Like, see how easy that is? See how tight that is right there? But this is just wispy ends. So get that little end in there. Alright, we have a little bit hanging out here. Alright, now get this other side. I know this is hard for me to show, but I got it pretty much all in there. So it's nice and soft down here. Thin down here in the wicking well. Thick right here. You can feel how hard that is. Thin down here. Like I said, 3 pieces of fireball. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to get my favorite e-liquid, which just I'm going to put this camera back up top now, and that way you can see a little bit better of what's going on here. So let me fold this down, pull it up, put it back in here, and that was unfortunate that that glass cracked. Like, I'm not going to even use I'm not even worried about using the... Alright, so what we just did was, if you can look close here, alright, what we have is inside, let me get my screwdriver to flathead to show you. So right here, inside of here, where the juice well is, you want that to be nice, let me see, nice and thin. See how I'm shoving that in there? And it's not giving you any resistance, but if I poke right here, it's like solid. So if you look over here, I'm pushing that in, it's soft. This one's a little tougher than the other one, but it's gonna weight just fine. I can always cut some more off if need be. But I'm gonna take my screwdriver and make sure it's in there. You try to make sure you get your 45-degree angle cuts in right. That's perfect. So now I'm gonna grab my favorite e-liquid, which is Country Clouds cornbread pudding. That's 6 milligrams, but you can tell how well steeped that is. So we're gonna shake it until you see some air bubbles in here. Sorry the video took as long as it did. I'm gonna edit out the broken glass and all that stuff, so don't worry. I showed you how to wick it perfectly. They should not have had it that tight, like to where the O-rings was so dry that it literally, when I twisted it, it twisted the Pyrex and cracked it. It felt like a piece of like really thin glass. This one is even thin. It's like real. This thing's really light. It's not like Falcon glass. It's very thin, so you gotta be careful. But we're gonna take this and we're gonna wet our wicks, and this is gonna help. So we put a little bit over the mesh. Actually, I got some right there, so wipe that off. I put that in my pants. I don't care. All right, I'm actually getting some everywhere. It's dripping. So we're gonna wet the wick. Get it all wicked up. It's taking a while to soak up all this juice, but it's wicking very well. I pretty much got all the white stuff out of there. All right, you want to make sure you put more on. You want to make sure it soaks up every bit of juice. Then you give it another haircut afterwards. Just keep putting it on that mesh and just keep sucking through that mesh. That should be good for now. And then I'll set it in the actual. I'll take that stand down. Bring this down here. Let's see what I got. Okay, we have, see how it's wicked? It's inside of there. It's nice and loose inside the bottom of the juice well. Thin down here, thick up top. Once again, thin down there, fine threaded down there, thick up top. It's very, very thick right here because you want that to have constant contact with that cotton, or you're gonna get dry hits. So I'm gonna put a little bit more where the mesh is because it's gonna keep soaking it up. You gotta think there's a lot of cotton in there. So as long as it's going to keep soaking it up, we're going to keep putting it on there. So now we're going to take and put our stuff together. So now I'm going to put my glass on. And I'm going to be very, very, very careful. Make sure I have no glass specks on here. I'm using my finger to go over these threads. Let me see something real quick. Hey, Junior, bring my toothbrush. That toothbrush. Like, this is scary to put. This one, this is not even going over here. Like dirt. Now we're gonna put this here. Here. All right, thank you, boss.
You want to sit here?
No, I don't mind. All right, clean these threads off. Don't want any kind of glass shards remaining in here. Gorgeous threading. All right, we got the other piece. The chimney. I thought I already screwed the. Oh yeah, that we did. All right, so we're gonna put the glass on. Let me leave it up. I'm gonna leave this glass up. I'm gonna touch that and leave this up. They did not leave it up at all. That's one big mistake they're making. Anybody else have that issue, the glass breaking, just let me know. But it's no joke. I've literally perfected the wicking of it. Like, it took forever to actually get to where I knew how to wick this properly. Like, I wasn't even gonna make a video. See see how perfectly that went on now. Like, look, that is perfect. So now we're gonna take our bottom cap, and we are going to thread it on here. And I'm not gonna tighten it down too tight at all, because of what happened last time. Very smooth threading. It's gonna be stopped right there. Of course, we don't want no leaking, but I'm not cranking on it. It's like they're sending cheaper glass with them now. All right, it's tightened up for now. It's on the O-ring. So, all right, remember, you cannot put your thing on when it's on something, your base on, your deck on while it's on an atomizer stand. As long it has to be freestanding. So we're gonna take this, and you see these two channels right here. There's a channel right here in the dome thing. You can see the two channels right here, a notch here and a notch here. And we're gonna take that and we're gonna put it in there like so. You'll know when it pops in. See how it popped in? Then you push down. Let me push it down. All right, something ain't working right here. I got juice all over my damn hands. Why is this doing it to me? I never have these problems. Oh, there we go. All right, you want to thread it on. These things don't really leak, so now we can put it back on the atomizer stand. We're going to read the resistance real quick. Should be 0.13. 0.14. Once I get it fired up and stuff, so you can see that. It's 0.14. It's just 0.01 off. I haven't had that issue before. It always gets to 0.13, but right here is the fill ports. If you see the fill ports, they could have been a little bigger. They are kidney-shaped holes, but they're like large, thin kidney holes. But you can easily get a bottle like this in there. So I was going to use a 5 mil glass anyway. I'm just going to get back and tell them, like, look, man, they came with broken glass, literally, because it already had a hairline crack, and it had to, or it wouldn't have cracked. So we're going to fill this up. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing. And it does hold exactly 5 mils of liquid. We're going to leave it sit for a minute. Alright, that should be good enough for now. Alright, we're right there. So I'm going to take this cap. Remember, once again, you're going to push it down and then turn to the right, and then it's locked in. So we're going to take this off the ohm reader. We'll make sure everything's nice and tight. Remember, when you're filling, to close your air holes off. That's the same thing with every tank. That's a pretty tall RDA, I would say. Not really. It's kind of... Let's see a Falcon. Here's a Falcon. Here's that. So Falcon is actually taller. If you can't see, Falcon's actually taller. It's just this part right here is bigger, but it does have 5 air holes on each side. What happens on one side? Let me get it. What happens on one side happens to the other. So we'll leave that airflow closed for now. We're gonna set it on the. Let's get my. Where's my? Here, I'll take this HAIRLINE. Well, actually, I'll put it on the drag too. We're gonna be pumping 60 or 70 watts through it. I bought a mod for that. That's what that Armor Pro's for. But yeah, sorry for the mishap of the broken glass and not being able to get the thing apart. That wasn't my fault. It was literally like glued together because the O-rings were so tight. Like I literally just twisted it like this, untwisted it, didn't tighten it. I wasn't back threading it or anything. I now twisted the tank together and untwist it. You know what I mean? That should not have happened at all. But I'm gonna go through one last time and tighten everything down. But kind of nervous now. Never had that issue before. Yes, I have heard of the 3 mils. Now, if you look right here, you can see where the mesh is soaked up some. I filled it to the top. I'm going to put it on my drag 2. We're going to turn it on. Right here. 5 clicks on. You can see VPL. And drag. And then on the ALOT, we're going to use on the ALOT. Always remember to, let's see. It does have a very, very protruding 510, but I still recommend it for a hybrid mod. So let's get it on here. It looks decent on here. I think so. Alright, it's twisted on. New coil. Yes. We're at 0.13 ohms now, and it says 90 watts. We're going to put it at 20 watts and burn off that. We're going to wait a minute. I'm going to sit here and talk with you guys for a second while I clean this mess up right here. You see how big of a mess I made, and I want to make sure. All right, here's the excess cotton. What can you do with it? It's firebolt, so you just toss these threads away. Get rid of all this cotton. I hate cotton messes. Cotton gives me chill bumps. I don't know why. I hate cotton, but especially cotton bacon, the way it sounds like when you're messing with it. Let me get rid of all this cotton right here. I like how the firebolt is so fluffy. Yeah. Firebolt is the fluffiest you can get. So remember, firebolt cotton, 3 strands, 2 up top, 1 below, kind of like this right there. And you pull it straight through. This bottom one gets tucked in the juice well. These top 2 sit right here, and then they get trimmed. See what I'm saying? Sorry, my fingers look dirty in here. They're not really dirty. It's just the way my camera is. So I'll put my tank back in my atomizer stand, which I got from the Topside Wotofo. And also, I just did this video yesterday. The Serpent Elevate by Wotofo by Suck My Mod. It's more of a restricted lung hit. It's not, you can't really chain vape it, but it's got very good flavor. I like that smoked tip. It came with another tip too. I can't remember what color it was, but I have so many tanks and so much stuff. Once again, I'm still doing the Asia Solo giveaways. I have 3 left. I did buy me an extra, my own stainless steel tank today to go with that stainless steel mod right there that I bought, just in case I don't want to use the 5 mil capacity thing. I wanted to use 3.5, so it's smaller. But here's the Asia Solo. It's all iridescent. I have 1 left. Just like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and follow me on my social media. The social media links are down in the description down below. And also, if you don't mind, the hashtags are there. Hashtag adult psych flavors and hashtag prohibition does not work. Just post them on Instagram. It's a big movement now to keep the FDA off of us. It's something they're really trying to ruin our industry. Now they're trying to add 10 cents per ml of e-liquid. So that's like an extra $10 for 100 milliliters of e-liquid. So, and then flavor bans are going to come next. They're really hitting our industry hard. So I got that put together. So I'm going to put everything back in this box because I don't want to lose any of it. What was that? This fell. Okay. So I have the package with the grubs. There's your grub screws, O-rings, and 2 springs. Remember, it comes with 2 springs. You don't want to bend them. So we're going to get the box. We're going to set this stuff in the bottom of the box. We have our extra strip in there. And I also did buy the extra 10-pack of strips. So I know there was more to it than that. So where's that? Okay, there we go. We got our user manual. We're going to throw that in there. We'll put the cotton. In case of emergencies, we'll keep that cotton, but I don't see me needing it anytime soon. So put that in there. And then you might want to read over this, but the most important thing is the 45-degree cut. But it's kind of odd how you would think how you'd cut it, but until I showed you. So this goes, wow. All right, cool. Well, it's not one in there perfectly. Got it, kind of. All right. I'll put the drip tip right here where it goes. That's cool drip tip. Don't get me wrong. It looks cool and lava-like, but it only matches my jackaroo. I don't have my jackaroo here. I only keep stuff in this studio that I use at home, that I use at my house. You know what I mean? When my new studio is finished being built, which is very, very, very soon, yes, I will. You'll see a lot of my mods and stuff that I use. But the main ones I use my ALOT, my Topside, my Drag V2, and now my Vapor SL Armor Pro. So if you guys want to check that out, it's just a little. It's about 80 millimeters tall. It's a stainless steel single 21700, 2700, or 18650. Comes with an adapter sleeve, a really nice charging cable. It does 2 amp fast charging. Has the Omni board on it with tons of options for. It also does. It goes up to 100 watts with the 21700, but it has this thing called smart mode, where you can fire up to like 0.03 for them cloud chasers and stuff like that. So that's what this is kind of made for. So it's a little bit more power and battery longevity than ALOT, but I need a vape like right now. All right, that felt good. Oh, I didn't put my Wotofo tools back. That's another stupid mistake. Do not lose that coiling rod, because you will never find nothing to bend it that perfect shape that you need. And you see, it didn't take me 2 tries of Wicking. It didn't take me nothing. I sit down, straight did it. Actually, I'm going to leave that in the video so people will know. Be careful when you get your profile Unity. Just because that glass broke, don't let it scare you away from getting one, because they're absolutely awesome. It's like a souped up like RDA / RTA / like sub-ohm tank. It's really like a rebuildable mesh sub-ohm tank if you're tired of buying coils and stuff. But the flavor is still just a tiny, not tiny, it's a noticeable amount better than whatchamacallit, than the Falcon tank. So I will say that much. So we are going to put this ohm reader up. We already did that. So I'll put this ohm reader up. Let me get everything put back in its rightful place. And then we're going to vape on it. So yeah, we'll just look forward to that in just a momentarily. Take my little scissors, push them back together. Just a little foldable pair of scissors, pop them back in the little spot they go. Then I'm going to take this and bring it over here. So I don't have this stupid problem again. So gotta get my cotton tweezers. Yes, it comes with a protective tip on it so I don't catch on the foam inside of here. So you kind of just put the coil master facing up, just pop it in there right like so. Then you get these kind of drag a little bit, but you take these, pop them in there like so. Coil master kit is a must if you're going to be building coils and stuff. It comes with cotton, those cotton squares, but I really personally don't use them. Plus, it has the 10 extra mesh strips. There's 10 of them in there for $8. So the mesh strips last at least a month. You know what I mean? So as far as I know, and what I've experienced with it, so I'll just put it this way. Alright, here we go. Sorry, this video is intended to be a very short video until that glass broke, so that was a pain. And to get something to take it apart, they should not have that tight. That's the tightest I've ever seen one put together. Like, I'm going to complain about that. Like, even though I got 50% off, like, you can't just go get the 3.5 ml glass for it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not possible unless you buy another one. Then you're going to be still missing a 3.5 ml glass. Alright, here's your coil master once again. It comes with everything you need. Cooling rods, cotton scissors, tri-tool, all the different gauges of inner diameter wire. You make your own wire. It comes with a spool of 10-foot of A1 Kanthal, 24 gauge. Comes with an ohm reader, and you can also fire with this ohm reader. You just click the fire. Comes with flat needle nose pliers to make your flat wires for your quad core push clapping and stuff. Lead cutters, cotton tweezers, ceramic tweezers, Phillips head, flathead. So, and also cotton, and it comes with a lottery ticket too. So you always win something, whether it's 20% off or a free Coil Master kit. But I end up winning the free Coil Master kit like twice already, so I did giveaways on them on my other channel. So I'm trying to get people back from my other channel. So I'm put my Firebolt up, put it right there. Set this bad boy right here. Right there. There was the packaging for the profile RTA, Unity RTA, next mesh. So we are going to turn on this drag. It's on 20 watts. We're gonna hear that. We're gonna let that metal burn off. All right. So now we're gonna crank her up to 40 watts. Just tap it. All right, we're wide open. It's dripping a little bit. It's leaking just a tad bit because I didn't close the air holes like I was sitting there telling you guys to do. All right, so I'm gonna put it on 40 watts. That's at 40 watts. Extreme flavor. Look how smooth that is. I can taste stuff in that cornbread pudding that I cannot taste in any other thing, even in an Nunchukyo. So put it at 50 watts and see if it's a much warmer vape. Yeah, that 6 milligrams is really poking through. It's recommended. Wow, I got a nicotine buzz. I think it hits like a truck full of you know what. But I mean, it does look kind of bulky, but it's really not bulky, especially if you have a 3.5 milliliter glass. It'd be about this low. So that's out of the question. It's broken in the trash, so they'll replace it for me. I know that, so I'm not really too worried about that. But it's not leaking anymore. So let's hit it at 60 watts. This is a short little rip, and then finally 70 watts, which is the recommended wattage for this RTA here. So take one more rip. Little 0.3 second. That was my last one. Let me see what this one is. 1.13 seconds. So, I mean, I got to chill out on the nicotine a little bit. That's 6 milligrams. I'm going to put 3 milligram nicotine on it, but my throat is saturated with flavor. So, I'm going to make a video in a little bit after I talk to my friends and stuff. But remember, I'm giving away these kits. If you want to see the action in this is at 45 watts. I've been vaping all day, and the battery is just now starting to put a dent in it. Sony VTC 5A. It's shockproof, dustproof, waterproof. And then also with the, I don't know what I did with it. Please don't tell me I lost it again. I had 2 of them. You can get if you put this rubber cap on here. It's a really tight fit. Close off the airflow, and literally you can put this in the water, pull it up, undo the airflow, pull the cap off. We're at 45 watts, 45.3. So let me get it at. We're at 45 watts. Watch the vapor reduction and taste off this. It almost matches the RTA. Very tasty. I literally came up with that combination right there. That's why I bought another Nunchukyo stainless steel tank. I got tons of Nunchukyos, but I bought a stainless steel, if you can read that, just for the mod. So I'll have a video up of this Vaporesso Armor Pro single 21700 or 2700 or 18650, which I'll be throwing a 21700 in there. So I'll pop that video up in a little bit. But sorry for the video being so long. I'll try to edit as much as I can. Once again, if you want to enter to win the iridescent version of the tank and the ALOT, which I'm vaping on now, which is my all-day vape. I use it every day, all day long. Unless I'm at home, I use my bigger mods and bigger tanks and RDAs and RTAs and stuff like that, and squonks and stuff. But when I'm out and about, I carry around my ALOT, and then Chuck does the job. Great flavor, just as good as the Falcon at a lower wattage, 40 to 50 watts, and you're rocking all day long. So if you use a Sony BTC5A, if you use a 30Q, it might not last as long, but according to Battery Moots, the Sony BTC5A and the Moly cell are among the top best performing 18650s. So that's why I have a lot of Sony BTC5As, and including in my kits, I do have like tons of brand new 30Qs. Like some of them are in the pink boxes, but I mean I got like 30 of them. So that's what I bought originally, and so I found out about the BTC5As. So if I send something out, it'll come with batteries, and then you also need the portable charger. It comes with a car charger right here. This plugs in right where that plugs in, so this gets to the wall. It holds 21700s. Has a whole list on here. It's an eFest Luck 2, and it charges everything. I got tons of them, so I might even include a battery charger. But you will get a battery, everything you need, the tank, the extra coils and all that stuff to get this Nunchaku kit to where I have it. So remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below, and you'll be entered to win. Also, the giveaway website will be on my social media. Links are down below for my Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. Just write me. Tell me why you want it. If you're a beginner raper, expert raper, don't matter. You will love this kit. I got everyone, all the shops I deal with using this. Some of them even use the mini. But I'm saying this setup right here is awesome. It could not be paired better. So I'm glad I discovered that. Like, it's my little self-invention. Yes, the UL 2 mod kit. I mean, the Nunchaku by UL has a little 2 mod kit, but this goes up to 100 watts, and it just has a bigger screen, more options, and it's just more for anybody that just wants durability and a nice look and stuff like that. It just looks better. So with that being said, I'm in this here. Sorry for the glass breaking, but that was just a little. I'll leave that in there, and I'm not gonna edit anything out. Actually, yes, it was supposed to be a short video, but I showed you how to wick that correctly. It's wicking awesome. Let me hit it one more time so you can see. We're at 70 watts. I'm gonna put it back down to 60 because it feels like 60 is a better option for it. So I'm gonna close the airflow just to for 3 holes. Now here we go. Beautiful, beautiful flavor. You don't even need but like half a second puff. So that was 0.1, not even a whole second. Just no burn, no dry hits, nothing. So I hope you learned a lot by the wicking tutorial. Yes, I don't have the best camera setup. Yes, I did buy an extra camera thing, but that juice just was soaked up. But the juice will last a while on the 5 mil. I was going to use the 5 mil anyway, so I'm not too pressed about the 3.5 ml. But I do want that 3.5 ml back, just in case I can go to give this away or anything like that. But I'm gonna keep this one, but I am gonna buy some more profile unities and do some giveaways. So be on the lookout for that after this video. So once again, I'm gonna have a video coming up for this Armor Pro. Yes, it's kind of a little bit of an older mod, not really old, just months old, but not a lot of people know about this. And it's a nice, hefty, heavy stainless steel. You can get it in black, candy white. It's like a pearl white, blue. It's kind of a pearl blue. They have all black. It's flat black. They have I can't remember the other colors, but they have quite a few color combinations in there. So once again, here, let me get my knife close. Put this toothbrush away I use for my mods. Once again, this is Tap Vapes. Sorry for the inconvenience of that, but at least I got to show you how to wick that correctly and the importance of trimming the outside so you don't get no dry hits or anything like that. Remember, in the juice wells, thin at the bottom, thick up top. So and on the juice wells, thin down there where you can fit your scissors or tweezers or whatever and feel it thin down there. And then where it kind of goes like this off the mesh, you want to be able to push, and you want it to be really thick right there. So it's holding all that juice, and it's constantly got good pressure up against that mesh, so you're not getting dry hits, and it's not wicking correctly. So you chain vape on it all day long if you want. So that being said, this is Tap Vapes. I'm glad I was able to bring this to you, and I might even redo the build and everything again to show you if I get my little snake tripod by tomorrow. I'll get it and focus it down so it's not so wobbly and stuff. But thumbs up, please like, please subscribe, smash that notification bell. It really helps. I do all this stuff out of my own pocket. I'm not sponsored by anybody. These are all fair, unbiased reviews. I don't have people send me stuff. I work with local shops, and they work with me. So that's just the relationship I have. So I just love to do giveaways. If you notice on my channel, I did tons of giveaways, and I deleted over 500 videos of giveaways. I gave away over $30,000 or $40,000 worth of PlayStation cards, and on my 40-something K vaping channel that I lost just recently, so I got this one going now. I'm up to 1,500 subscribers, but I did tons of giveaways. I give away so much stuff, it's ridiculous. So I don't have a Patreon account. I don't want any of your guys' money or anything like that. Just let me know what you want. No one's commented yet, not even one time, if they want the Age of Solo and Chucky, you will. I mean, what I'm sending you is a $50 mod, a $35, that's $85, plus the coil, that's $15, that's $100, plus whatever else I throw in the battery. That's a $120 giveaway right there. So if you want to win one of the Chucky and Age of Solo and pair it up, then by all means, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and also follow me on social media and leave a comment. And I appreciate you watching. If you don't think I showed it well enough on the wicking, leave it down below. I'll be happy to throw up another wicking tutorial. I'll just yank it apart, re-wick it, put new coil in there. That's why I bought the pack of coil, so I can do it multiple times. But other than that, sorry for talking so fast, but this is Tat Vapes. Take one more little rip, and then we are out of here. See how the light turn on. I'm gonna compare this real 45 watt vape to the 60 watt vape. So let's go ahead and hit this. Let me put it back wide open air for where I like it. Flavor is so intense on this, it's almost like chokes you because you're getting so much of that vape juice in the back of your throat, but it's not the nicotine that's harsh. I've noticed that. So once again, that is the Profile Unity RTA. So that's with the 5 mil tank, 5 mil glass, and I'll put the Falcon next to it that I usually keep on it. I don't know what I did with it. It's right here. Has the same juice in it. So if that was on there, it'd be that tall. So it's really not that big at all. That's bigger with the bubble glass. This is a lot slimmer version. It's rebuildable. I mean, it's for 10 coils, you're going to pay $8 and $6 for cotton, and it's a cheaper alternative to sub-ohm tank. So it's basically an RDA mixed in with an RTA and kind of a sub-ohm tank. So go ahead and invest in that. They're $40. I paid $40 for it. Plus I got 15% off and on that because it's new. But this other stuff I got 50% off on. So be on the lookout for all these giveaways and all the stuff I got coming to you guys. I'm a very nice person. I don't mind helping anybody out. This is just all the personal stuff that I use at home and my favorite flavors and stuff like that. But there's a lot of stuff I'm going to be giving away. So please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave a comment down below. Follow my social media. And hopefully you win the giveaway. So with that being said, this is Tat Vapes. And I'm out of here. Peace. Thanks for watching.